Chanel here again with another Sew Bit. Today I'm gonna share a little trick I do with my jeans when they're too tight. Last year I love bootleg jeans, the boot cut, not bootleg. Bootleg would be good too, but boot cut jeans. And all they have out now are skinny jeans. It's like, I thought they'd go out of style. It's been like over 10 years and they're still around. I have a big foot, so skinny to big foot just doesn't look good. So I'm always looking for like the boot cut jeans, like a little bit wider. And I love white jeans. I just cannot find a good pair. So last year, I literally had to patch some of mine, and I found these jeans in my stash last year, and I had taken the waistband off, and I tried this like band on it. I put a band on it with elastic, and it didn't quite fit, and it was tight. And I just took the band off. I thought, I'm gonna see if I can resurrect these jeans this year. I've been cleaning out my closet today, and it had a chain stitch in here, right here, that doesn't allow it to stretch. So I think when I put the band on it, was just without that waistband on it that cuts into your waist, I thought that would be enough, but I did all that work and then it didn't quite work. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know if you've ever seen these chain stitches. You probably can't see it too well, but there's a chain stitch secret where you actually just cut one of the clips, and then the whole thing just, and this isn't it, but you actually like get a seam ripper, and then you, it's a trick in alterations where you can actually just pull one of the seams and then you just pull it and it comes apart. Sometimes they don't always work. It's sort of like when you buy cat food and dog food. There's a chain stitch on top of the bags or cat litters, and then there it is, right there. Go boop, it just comes apart right here, like that, and then it releases this fabric now, and now I can stretch it a little bit more. So what I've done is, I took the waistband apart. I'm gonna get some tricot. I happen to have this in my stash too. I have a sewing studio, so I have a lot of stash, but this is just a tricot. I think I'm just gonna cut a band around it, sew it on, try it on, and see if I need to put elastic in the upper part. Because the problem is too, they always kind of fall down. So, but I need a pair of white jeans today, so I thought I would put this on the Sew Bits and maybe kind of open up your idea that maybe, you know, jeans can be altered. You can take them apart. Just because they're jeans doesn't mean they're not, you know, cotton pants or something. So I've taken a lot of them apart, but if you have a problem with one of them, just don't just toss it. Just maybe there's something tricky you can do with it. So I'm gonna cut this out and see how this goes, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so first I cut off I had the waistband cut off. I'm gonna cut this tag out too. Got all just ripped it apart, and the zipper is still in there, and that just closes up right there. So just get it all off, cleaned up. Then I cut this Lycra, it's like tricot, I guess, and it's a pretty good weight too. Not real stretchy. Actually, I have it cut. It's weird. It was stretched. This is a selvage. It's stretching more going that way, but not sure how that's going to go. So I cut a 40-inch piece because I measured my waist right here, and basically you're just gonna be fitting it like that. And I'm gonna sew the center back here. So I'll sew that, and then I'll be able to fold this in half. Gonna make sure that's all done. Okay, so I have my waistband made. I just stitched up the seam here. I actually I used a stretch stitch on this part too, so that it wouldn't crack right there. And the stretch stitch is like a stitch that goes back front, back, front, and it takes a lot. It takes a while to get down there, but it actually most machines have them nowadays, so hopefully you do. And then I left a little hole in this one part of it in case I had to put elastic in there, and I'm going to make that my center back, and then in away from the. Actually, I'll probably put that on the outside because that will itch me if I have to put elastic in there, so I'm probably gonna put that on the inside. Then I folded it in half and pressed it, got a little bit of a crease. Not that Tricot really creases, but actually this one does do pretty good. Not bad. And I'm gonna just fold it and put it on the band. Okay, so I have my waistband. I started putting it on the band. I'm gonna be sewing it on the inside here because that's where my crease is, and it'll be easier to see where the waistband was sewn, and I'll try and stay right in that crease. But actually I might go up a tad. It might give me just a hair more length in the waist part. I'm a little long torsoed, so I always need the length. So I'm just going to go around and stitch it. I'm going to be closing up the whole zipper area right here, and it's got a little bit big. I think I'm going to have to move it around and see where it got big. Oops. It's always something. And if it's too big, I'll have to either pleat it, put a little tuck somewhere, because the goal is nobody's going to see this band. So can't wear a belt, that's for sure. See if I can, and if it doesn't blend in, then I'm going to have to take in the center back right here a little bit. That's a bummer. Okay. I'm going to have to take it. I think I'll just make a little tuck. My center back is right there. So actually, I gotta do is pull this. That's really what I'll do, is just stretch it right here, and then it really fits. Yeah, because I do want more waist on there than I can have. Okay, I'm gonna go and stitch this and pull this while I'm sewing. Well, I got that sewn on. That was easy. I just used the stretch stitch and went around in the inside and gave me a little extra length on there. You can see where the original band was at in there, and then I just tacked it up there, and with the stretch stitch it's pretty secure in there. And then I left the hole for the elastic right here, and I'll just close it up there because any little bumps right there, I always have to take my tags out and everything. They drive me crazy. So I put it on the outside, and it's designed, this outfit's designed for not to see this waistband. So nobody's going to see that. Anyway, so I am going to go try these on because I'm very anxious to see if they fit, and also to see if I need the elastic. I have a feeling I do because this fabric's a little slippery and we don't want them falling off. So I'll be right back, and hopefully they fit. Okay, got my jeans on, and they are really comfortable. Oh my gosh, I think I did it. I'm so glad I didn't toss these out. Anyway, they are so comfortable. You can't see them, but if I tune the camera down, I'll be able to show it to you. Let's see if we can see them there. There we go. So this is the Tricot back. I have the little hole here. I'm going to put some elastic up on the top right here just to keep them up because they're a little slippery. And nice and smooth here, and I get to keep my length of my pants and boot cut, and it's nice and smooth so that when the shirt goes over it, I don't have all that, the belt loops and the buttons here and all that bulk right there, and they're just a lot more comfortable. So these are going to be wonderful, and I'm so glad I didn't throw them away because now I have some pants to wear tomorrow. Anyway, I'll put that elastic in there. I'll show you what that looks like, and then try them on your jeans. Just actually try a pair that if you screwed up on them, it'd be okay. I'll show you what that elastic looks like in a second. Okay, I drew the elastic through in here. Just gonna be stitching it up. Actually, what I'm gonna do is stitch all the way through here, And I just put it around my waist and made it pretty tight. So, because the jeans are heavy, they'll kind of weigh it out. And you want the elastic to really work in these because this is slippery. And then I closed up, I just zigzagged that opening right here and just stitched right through the elastic. And then I'm gonna go and stitch this elastic down. I'll actually show you how I do that. And then these are done. So I guess it's like a maternity panel on the jeans. Designed for nobody to see the top. So let me show you what that looks like sewing the elastic down. Okay, I'm ready to get this started. First what I did was I balanced my elastic stretchiness into quarters. So I did like pin at the side seam, pin the elastic up into the fold right in there, and then balanced out that stretch in quarters so that get a nice balanced elastic. An easier way you might want to do is actually make a casing for this, as long as you get it really accurate, and then put the elastic in through the casing. And then, because right now I'm just kind of fighting it up here. Let's see if I'm just kind of trying to do it fast, I guess. I'm going to get it started. I'm going to hold this pin right here and pull it back and just stitch. I have it on a basting stitch. I just want to stitch it real fast to that pin. Take that pin out. So that's 1/4. Then I'll hold on to this other pin and pull it back. And while I'm pulling it back, I'm making sure the elastic is staying up on the fold up here. Because why you're stitching it fast, it's on the basting stitch, is just to anchor that elastic down, so not to make it real tight. And then if you ever have to pull it out, it's easier too. You just go like this. This is just to anchor it in place. I'm going to take my 3/4 here, pull it back. And with that, now I got my last quarter. I think I've got it pretty balanced. I'm going to fold that. Reverse. Now it's got a slight elastic up here, but when you wear it, it looks like that. Ta-da! Hey, tried them on again. There you go. The elastic, see, you can't even see them. Ta-da! Can't even see the elastic. Only you and I will know that my pants look strange underneath, but you can't tell from the shirt. See ya.